Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for fucking coming. Boo, bitch. Well, hello, and thanks for coming, everyone. My name is Seth. What's yours?
Hey, Jamal is back.
Hi, it's Stoney.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back again to an all brand new episode of Thanks for Coming, the most magically gay podcast there ever was. And we are, of course, back again to bring you full coverage of everything going down in the world of drag.
Yes, the time has come for more drag race, more drag, and more drag.
Bitch,
Yes.
I can't get enough. Give it all to me now.
I hope you guys are all ready for some spooky tea.
Ooh, I live for some spooky tea.
We have Dragula. Hello, Uglies.
Dragula has entered the chat.
Oh, God. Boulay Brothers blocked us already.
Oh gosh, this is like drag circle.
It is, girl. Oh, my gosh. This was such a fun week. This is the day we're recording on. We're recording on Saturday, October 23rd, and this is you two's wedding anniversary.
It's actually our together-versary.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ooh.
We have been married for going on 8 years, but together 10. It's wild.
Yes. What's it been like spending a whole decade with each other?
Oh my gosh, a decade. That makes us sound like vampires. I'm here for that.
A decade. That is a long time.
You're like, wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
It's been fun. I mean, we've had, 3 homes together. Our very first apartment, the condo, which you owned, and now we own this house.
Yes, this is our third. Yeah.
We have
Moving on up
2
to
fur
the east
children. I've acquired 4 tattoos.
Ooh.
Stoney has acquired none.
Yeah, Stoney's staying at a solid 0.
I've gained weight. I've lost weight. I've gained it back.
Oh yeah, we've seen each other at
And
every
lost
size.
some and then gained more back.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. How many White Claws do you think you've smashed together?
Oh my god.
I've definitely have
Thousands.
drank a lot of White Claw.
Hundreds.
You should be
Thousands.
stockholders for White Claw.
Yeah, hundreds of claws, thousands of glasses of red wine.
I mean, when did we start this podcast? I feel like we started this in 2017?
17?
All Stars
think.
3.
So we're almost going on 5 years.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna be 4. We're 3.5 years old.
Oh, yeah. We're on our 4th year next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's been a long time.
Ooh.
It's easy and it flies when you're having fun, but in all seriousness, it's so easy for us because we're both pretty easygoing. We both have our crazy moments. He is a fire sign, I'm a water sign, so chaos can happen, but
Oh. So Stoney puts you out. He puts out your
No.
fire.
or I drown him. One of the two.
Uh-oh.
This girl is on fire.
But no, we still like each other, so that's a great thing.
That's good. The dogs maybe, yeah. But each other still like each other.
Yeah, we are rethinking the dogs.
Yeah.
We love them
Thing
too.
is, we can get by another decade and then we will only have one dog.
Yay. We won't tell you which one it's going to be.
We'll just
took
let
a
it play
turn.
out. We'll just let it play out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I went to a concert this weekend, or actually during the week, I should say.
Ooh, how was that, venturing out into the world?
It was exciting but scary. This was my first real outing into the world with a large group of other people.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go see Death Cab for Cutie at a local place here in Portland.
Fun stuff. Death Cab. That was one of my. That reminds me so much of freshman year at IU.
Oh yeah, that's when they were like first getting really big.
Yeah, shout out to 2005.
Yes, girl. Yeah, Death Cab for Cuties. I mean, I've seen them a few times before, but it was so cool to be able to see them in just like the 750 person venue, because normally they'll play like amphitheaters and like larger venues.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so cool to get to see them close up
in a more intimate setting. I bet that was an awesome set too.
It was really fun. And then also I watched Dune yesterday, because this is a unofficial Timothée Chalamet podcast.
Bitch, how
Stoney's
was it?
watching it later.
Okay, this is where like our interests cross over, because I am like super into like sci-fi stuff. So like, how was it?
Okay, well, I'm not like, I haven't read the book. I have not seen the first movie, so just so you know where I'm coming from when I watch the movie. So basically, my only knowledge of Dune is this movie, and I really enjoyed it. It's a lot to remember. There's a lot of story, like different groups of people and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really good, and like it kind of like has its ebbs and flows, like, and stuff like that. But like towards the end, once it really gets going, it's just really good. And it ended, and I was like, "This is not an ending, bitch! Like more, more."
So it wants you to have a sequel, basically.
There has to be a sequel. Like, I don't know how much of the Dune story that we've seen in the first video, but yeah, it was just really good. I was just ready for more.
I think I'm watching it tonight, actually. I need to like support it, because I've seen some like Twitter conversation basically saying that it needs to, like, people need to support this so that there can be a sequel. So
yeah, I need a sequel.
Well, I have plans tonight, so we're gonna like watch it again this week, because I want to watch it too.
So we can watch it twice. That way we get double the support.
Yes,
perfect.
Exactly.
It is 2.5 hours long, so plan accordingly.
God.
Okay. It doesn't feel that long, but physically, time-wise, that's how much time it will take up.
Well, if it doesn't feel like 2.5 hours, that says more than we need.
Yes, so Timothée Chalamet has done it again. I said it on Twitter, I'll say it again. If this man does not win an Oscar for this movie, I am going to bomb the Oscars.
The campaign has started.
I know, because he's sure as hell isn't going to win anything for being Willy Wonka, so...
Hey, you don't know that yet. Don't be a hater.
I guess that's true.
I know. I still have to see The French Dispatch, which comes out. Well, actually, The French Dispatch came out in limited release this weekend, but there were not any places in Portland close to me playing it, so I'm hopeful that next weekend, when it's released fully, that I will be able to see it, because I need more Timothée Chalamet in my life. Girl, oh my gosh. Well, obviously no news stories this week. Let's go ahead and get into our honesty spill of the week. Oh.
Honesty.
Should we like change it to honesty spills of the week? Because I feel like there's more than one spill happening.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, there's so many spills. Medic.
I'm keeping that in. That's gonna be a part of it.
Oh no, exposed. Hey everyone, welcome back to our honest teas spills of the weeks. We are back again, and we are bringing you full coverage of everything happening in the world of drag. I really want to start with Dragula this week, because holy crap, like it's back. We've been waiting for it, and I'm just really excited to talk about it.
Yes, so many spills of the week. Let me get my bounty, because Dragula left a big mess in the best way. So exciting.
Yes, I love that intro theme music. Just give it to me now.
The Boulets are such great hosts as well. Like, you just can't help but get into their gig when the intro's coming on, when their pre-show story is happening. Like, you're just so into it.
Yeah, I mean, like, they always look good, the Boulay brothers, but I thought they looked particularly snatched in this season so far.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, they're looking really fucking good.
They're not playing. They got the budget, honey. They
Yes.
gotta look at.
I will preface this to say that I did watch Resurrection before I watched episode 1 because I finally gave in and got my Shudder subscription. So I really enjoyed Resurrection, and I was happy that Saint won. I thought that it was between Saint and Victoria Elizabeth Black. I was a little shook that she did not win because she put in so much effort into making sets and stuff like that. But again, I do like Saint, and I'm excited to see. She needs to let the girls have it this season.
Yeah, shout out to Shudder. There's all kinds of cool content on there. I'm glad that we all finally have access to that.
Yeah, so we actually already watched Halloween on it.
We did.
Yeah.
It's spooky season after all. We love that franchise as well. But
I watched a movie
very
called.
happy. Go ahead.
I watched a movie called Seance on there that was pretty
Seance.
interesting.
Why does that sound familiar?
I
don't
kept
think
wanting
I've
to call
seen
it Seance.
Seance. I think we're
A
gonna
drag queen
try
is
to
born.
watch Halloween 4 because I've heard that is a good Halloween movie. Halloween 4. So
It's
that's-
really annoying that they don't have the whole series on there.
I know. Well, I was looking for
noticed that.
H2O, and I'm like, where's H2O on here? I can't find it.
I think they have like 1, 2, and like 5, or I don't know. It's just like something random.
It's like 1, 2, 4, and 5. It's weird.
Yeah. Like, this is so rude.
It sounds like a fucking high school block schedule.
Yeah, basically.
But yes, very happy Saint is back.
Yeah. So episode 1 of this Dragula series is about horror icons reimagined. So of course, we start the episode by meeting all the Uglies, and they are, of course, led into some dark, like, dank warehouse, and there's someone there waiting to scare them, and that was really funny.
This is terrifying. I would be so scared / ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like when people are just like dangling upside down. And then when they're getting chased and stuff, like poor Mary Cherry was just like, I'm not getting out of this fucking van.
Yeah. I'm just like surprised no one punched them, because that would be my first reaction.
I know, like, I cannot help it. Like, you're gonna get cold cocked. Sorry.
Better back up, bitch.
I will break every nail.
So then we get right into the mini extermination challenge, which basically all the queens have to find their way through this maze of, like, quote unquote challenges and terror. And it's very scary. They have to, like, kneel and have a car almost hit them in the face.
That is, like, actually, if you've been in an accident, I can see how that would be, like, super traumatizing to, like, relive, because that's, like, a thrill. Like, it would be a cool ride at a theme park, right? But in this moment, holy cow.
I mean, it would have to be. I've been only in like minor accidents, and anytime I've had one of those afterwards for like 3 or 4 months, like I'm traumatized and have like issues when I'm driving, like of thinking about somebody's going to hit me. So I couldn't imagine going through like a real like accident that fucks you up, because you would definitely be going through it.
Yes, girl. But also too, like, if these queens did not make it through the maze, then they wouldn't even make it to be on the show.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Which is fucked up, and like, oh my gosh, you have to be all in if you want to get on the show.
Yeah, for real.
Yikes.
So they did all make it through. Everyone's in here. Then we get to the floor show challenge, which is where the queens had to recreate horror icons look with their own personal twist. So, it was like, take someone from horror or scary movies and make it like not look exact. It's not like cosplay, but like we need to know who they are.
Right.
So I was wondering, did any of these Dragula looks stand out to you?
I don't watch this movie enough. Coraline, that monster, and I'm trying to like look at their Instagram so I don't mess up the names. But the queen from South Korea,
Hoso Terra Toma.
Yes. Recreated Mother Monster. I'm calling her Mother Monster because that's just how I like read her, that character.
Yeah.
But the detail with the buttons specifically, that's what the character's eyes were in the film. And it's kind of like Tim Burton-y, Pixar-y, claymation look. And then, of course, at the climax of this movie, she transforms from, sweet as pie to this terrifying thing. So I was so into this look and was immediately taken back to that movie. So I really appreciated that one.
I don't know. That was like really scary to me, but I didn't know the character, like the source material for it. So that was kind of where I was a little bit thrown off. But I don't know. So watching this, I was a big fan of like Sigourney Beaver. Like I freaking love her. I think she's amazing. And I loved like her Bride of Frankenstein take. I thought that was really cool.
Super sexy.
I love that she came out with like that leopard print or whatever, and then like had like a reveal and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. For me, I really liked hers.
The fashion of it all too, with like the structure of that garment, and then just to strip it down to something very simple and bare skinned.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think one of my favorites was definitely Jade Jolie, who was one of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Taylor Swift did not come to play with y'all because shut me the fuck up when those maggots flew into her mouth.
She was chewing them.
She slammed that shit into her face. Girl. All right, she's here to play. I'm just here to enjoy the show.
That was intense. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I half gay gasped like I started to, and then I got cut off because like there's maggots in her mouth. Gross.
Gross.
But that's the show.
I do have a couple that I enjoyed, but I don't think that they were the best. I really enjoyed Mary Cherry's Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man just because I love the Ghostbuster movies.
I do too, but you don't think that was a little safe or too?
Oh, it was
bubblegum?
definitely safe. Yeah, it was definitely safe. She did not really take it anywhere else than like right out of the movie.
Okay, I agree.
I was saying I liked it too, but it didn't feel like scary to me in any way either.
Right. But then my other one that I liked that wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it was Formaldehyde because I love the Saw movies.
Oh yeah, and see, like I've only seen one Saw movie. That was enough for me, children. Like those movies, that gore, I can't. That bitch fell into those needles in that second one, and that was where it ended for me. But
yeah.
when you see those spirally cheeks, like I immediately think Jigsaw, of course. And I think it's cool how Formaldehyde kind of creates these masks for every look. So I was excited to see what this looked like.
Yeah. I mean, her masks are really good. Like, I really liked Formaldehyde. And, I mean, she does get exterminated this episode.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. But I mean, I was bummed. I thought, well,
yeah,
La Zavaleta, that's a whole conversation, girl.
I wanted the other one to go. She is just like, I think she's trying to like overproduce herself and like be this bitchy character. I don't know. Like
she's doing too much. I feel like she's trying to go in and be that bitchy gay that's going to just fight with everyone.
Something feels like, forced.
Girl, like you're overproduced. Your drag isn't that great so far.
It doesn't feel genuine. People
it's time for you to like leave.
Yeah, I had like no clue who her horror icon was. Like, I don't know.
And the Boulets are not impressed that it took so long for the gag to work. So
yeah,
clearly she needs to put her energy into her work more.
They should have saved Formaldehyde just for the simple fact that she had her Florida routine down.
Yes.
So, how did the exterminations work? Did Formaldehyde actually like not complete? Like, is it like legit? Like, she got exterminated because she like tried to get out of the coffin first?
Well, they didn't even show it. That's what's like. I mean, like all they showed of the extermination was them both just like taking it. So I wonder if it went on for like such a long time that at some point Formaldehyde was like, "I'm done." Like I'm done with this.
But is that usually how it goes? Is like
One
whoever
person
loses
wins.
the challenge? Okay.
Yeah, typically, yeah. So, yeah, their extermination was to be buried alive, and then they started waterboarding them and putting, like, maggots and crickets in there. And I know it was supposed to be scary, but I was laughing the whole time because it just didn't seem that scary. I was like, I would just lay there and, like, keep my mouth shut so nothing got in there. And then,
Ew,
and then
it's
just,
not
like,
really
chill out.
It's not really scary. It's more like the creepy crawliness of it all. Like
I don't know.
Well, if
I was
you're
laughing the whole
If
extermination.
you're claustrophobic, it would be scary. But like, I agree. They were both like screaming, and I'm like, stop screaming! Like the shit's gonna fall in your mouth if you keep
Right.
doing that. Just like keep your mouth shut.
Totally.
Right. Yeah, I know. I was like,
Silent scream, bitch.
they just seemed a lot more scared than I think I would be in that situation.
Maybe production's like, be scared. You're underground.
I don't know, girl. But yeah. La Zavaleta, I was like, let her go because she was being so horrible to everyone. I'm like, you're not cool. Like being like that mean is like, like how are they going to get through the rest of the competition? Because La Zavaleta basically told everyone like that they suck and why, like in episode 1.
I know. And also, like, I'm sure there's some story coming, but y'all can keep it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't care what trauma you have in your life. Like, you can make a conscious choice not to be that way.
Yup.
Yeah.
Totally.
But yes. So in the end of this episode, unfortunately, Formaldehyde was eliminated. I wanted to see more from Formaldehyde, but
Me too.
Same. I don't really get all the. I'm still trying to figure out the Dragula culture, how they're just like masks suck, like nobody can wear masks.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get that because I'm like, I thought her mask was kind of cool, but
Well, to them,
Yeah.
they're like, they want to see like a beat face.
they want to see like the makeup, like you do like cool makeup instead of putting a mask on
But
your
she's
face.
putting that work into like the mask, so I don't know.
yeah.
I agree with you.
And personally, I did enjoy that Sarah Andrews, I mean Bitter Betty, was in the bottom this episode because she's so loud on Twitter. And I was like, have fun in the bottom, bitch.
It's funny how the universe works that way.
It's weird when you like have to rebrand yourself. I don't know, because you suck. Anyways, let's move on to a show that I enjoyed quite a bit more. Let's go ahead and talk about Canada. What do you think?
Oh, Canada.
Ooh, I'm loving this season, actually.
This was a week.
It was a week, wasn't it?
Bitch. I don't know. Like, I'm really enjoying Canada, even though they had to sing live and most of them can't sing.
Why
It
do
was
they
really
do that to
good.
these queens? Why do they do that to these queens?
So rude.
You're going to sing live, drag queen. Okay, not all of us can do that.
Right.
I mean, it's a challenge, yes, but holy shit, what a shit show.
For real. In the mini challenge this episode, they did the Queen of My Neighborhood pageant. And, you know, this quickish drag, and they, you know, just were trying to represent their different places that they're from. Ocean Aqua Black won, which I was a little bit surprised about, but I'm like, all right.
I enjoyed it, but I was a little surprised too. Like, I didn't think it would be polished enough for Rue. I know it was like quick drag, of course, but I thought it was like a little on the rougher side.
It seemed like they just let her win because the prize was a DoorDash gift card, and they're like, she'll clearly enjoy it.
I mean, when they like said it was
No.
$1,000, I was like, damn, I need to go on Canada's Drag Race.
I know.
That's a lot of Chinese food.
Yeah. That's a lot of any kind of food, really.
Americanized Chinese food. Sushi.
But yeah, were the producers being fat phobic? I don't know. Comment below. So then we get into the Maxi Challenge, where the girls have to perform in Canada's Drag Race Rusical under the big top live. And we got, you know, this is a little rusical about clownery. You know, there's this clown, and she, you know, isn't able to make people laugh. And then her fairy god clown makes her realize who she is, I guess, or who she wants to be.
I thought that the Cynthia Kiss, the opening for the
So
show, it was so good. Like, these bitches have no chance.
I mean,
Right.
she should be like on like Broadway doing musicals. Honestly, like her singing voice is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Ella Vidae.
I love the no shit. way to not choke. I love how she kind of set the tone for the show, because this whole thing honestly felt a little all over the place.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get the whole point of it, but I just think some people were not good.
Geometric was awesome.
I honestly think the musical itself, there were too many parts. First of all, like I think that was I think it should have been like a top like 8 challenge or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but definitely once the clowns showed up, everything went to shit.
It did feel cluttered. I agree.
Well, with some of them, yeah, for sure. I mean, Leather and Lace, the dancing queens, were not dancing.
Well, Stephanie Prince was at least getting through
good.
it and serving it, and then Miss Isis, like,
Yeah.
she claimed to be a dancing queen. Like, dancing and choreo are different things, people, and she is not a choreo queen, which is okay, but holy shit, did she bomb.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch.
Oh, it was. There were so many cringy moments.
Eve 6000 Reviliana.
Yeah, that was a big ouch for my ears.
Yeah, and then her being a big bitch and talked about it.
Yeah. Not cute, sweetie.
She was like, everyone hates me. And then they're like, we don't hate you. And then she's like, I didn't say you hated me. And then it's like, what?
Yeah, girl.
And poor Suki is just like lost in the sauce.
She's definitely going for her Emmy for Untucked this season.
Yeah, she's like trying to make the most of her time there. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I thought that Kendall Gender did really amazing as the ring mistress. There were definitely some flat notes in there, but she, so high energy.
Yeah.
It's like so much confidence you didn't even care that the notes weren't right there.
Right. Kendall was kind of like the point of the challenge, or at least an example of what to do. Like, you may not be the best singer, but go out and just like give it your best, and they may just end up loving it in the end, and they did.
Yes, definitely. Another really strong person, like we said, was Geometric. Do we want to talk about the clown name Himbo?
Wait, what? I don't remember that. What is that from?
Because isn't that kind of like a racial thing?
I wasn't quite sure. I would have to do a Google.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, is that what Geometric was called?
What does the internet say?
I don't know. I looked it up on the internet, and Wikipedia says himbo is a play on words of him and bimbo. So it is a slag term for a beefy but vacuous man, whatever that means.
Oh, so like a big
So maybe I was
strong man
wrong.
type? Okay, so we're safe. So it just sounds like it's like a UK like queer term.
I don't know.
A bimbo that identifies with he, him pronouns, a himbo?
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but her performance, Geometric, was really good.
It was.
Really good. And she looked fierce.
Super rocker vibes. Like, she sold it. And again, not the best vocalist, but they brought the energy, and you didn't focus on that.
And then, of course, another success was Pythia being Henny-wise.
Is it Pythia or Pythia?
Pythia? I don't know. What did I say?
I don't know, because we were talking about this earlier.
I think that's what Seth said.
Okay.
Oh wait, didn't she say that in episode 1? Isn't it like supposed to be Pythia or something like that?
Oh, but she just goes by, because it's a specific
It's a
pronunciation, Greek pronunciation.
Like in Greek pronunciation. Yeah, I'll have to rewatch that we'll get it right next episode.
We would have to reach out to listener Leslie for clarification.
But that was frightening, but she like really like was needed. Like when she came back in,
Oh,
she
yeah.
really picked up the struggle bus.
You can tell like she was in her element too. Like the whole performance, her performance, I should say, as soon as she came out, she was in character. The dancing just kind of felt like it flowed. And like the judges said, she kind of outdanced the dancing queens, but that's
Yeah.
just because she was just feeling it and going with the flow. And I had so much fun watching her, even though Pennywise is one of the creepiest things ever
Yeah.
in existence.
I thought she was definitely the best. Like she definitely brought it once she came out. Really, to me, kind of outshined everybody else from her performance. So I really loved everything about her this episode.
Most stuff.
Yes, girl. Then we get into the runway, where the runway category is Circus Berserkus, which is, we're basically continuing the circus theme. I thought there were a lot of really great outfits in this section here. I don't know if we need to go into discussing each one, but there were lots of good outfits. And you guys watched it on the television show and have your opinions, so we'll let you do that. And then the bottom two, well, actually, I should say the winner of this week's challenge is Paideia. So
Yes, well
congratulations.
deserved. That look on the runway, the double heads, that was flawless. I love the emerald green. I love that moment.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
I definitely agree with the judges this time.
yeah, they got it right. Like the performance
yeah.
was everything. The look was fabulous. Crown it.
For me, like the top, it was like a close top three with Paideia, Geometric, and Cynthia Kiss, and then like fourth place would be Kendall Gender. So for me, it was like I don't even know who they're gonna pick. So it's like they had Paideia win, and I agree. I mean, that was great performance, great outfit on the runway.
Good job, Queen.
Yeah. The bottom two, however, were Isis Couture and Oceane Aqua Black.
OCN. I mean, gosh. Isis messed
It
up
was
the
deserved.
dance. Yeah, I guess she did deserve it. It was like chaos all over the place.
It was deserved. I just don't like it because
Yeah.
I liked her, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want her to go,
That's how I feel.
so I didn't like it in that way.
I don't like it.
Right. I mean, I don't think she hit one dance move, girl.
No, it was bad. It was definitely the worst dancing I've ever seen on Drag Race. Like, I mean, we were talking
No, she did not.
we were talking about like Elektra on Drag Race UK being too like chaotic.
Yeah.
But this was like more than chaotic. This was like I don't know what concert she was at.
I think she was giving us interpretive dance.
He said, I don't know what concert she was at. None of them did. But unfortunately, she stood out the most
Yes.
in the worst way.
Yes. And then, of course, was eliminated this week. So goodbye, Oceane. We love you, and we'll be sad you're not around.
I know. We're going to miss that energy. That runway look was cool. She came out as like the whole tent. But damn.
Oh, yeah.
maybe we'll see her down the road.
Well, Ocean levels are rising.
It's like I don't want to say it, but it's like it's kind of I feel like her time to go just because with her injured knee. So it's like I don't want her to go, but there were a lot of like with injured knee and the performance and the challenges. Like, yeah, it's kind of her time.
Yeah, I forgot about the knee.
So now she can just go heal up and be ready to come slay
Come back even stronger. That's right.
on All Stars.
Ooh, manifest.
Yes, girl. Oh my gosh. Well, let's take a quick little break here, and then we'll come back and we'll get into our other programming.
Sounds fun.
Be right back. Hi, Queens. Oh my gosh, we're on break. Thanks for coming.
This is a part of the show where we refill our drinks and you get time to leave us a review. It lets us know how we are doing and lets more Drag Race fans sashay our way.
You could also tip us while you're listening to the show like you would tip a Root Girl at their show. You can Venmo us at TFC Pod or on Cash App to $TFC Pod to thank us for all the hard work that goes into making a show like this.
Oh my gosh, we better get back to the show.
I've got my drink and I am ready to untuck, Mary.
Let's get back into the the Interior Illusions Lounge and record the rest of the podcast.
So tell me why you're out here in a bathing suit with no corset and a belt.
Shut up, Michelle.
Oh, and by the way, you're not my real dad, and you never will be. Anyways, back to the show. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Honest Teas Spills of the Weeks. We are back again, and it's time for more Drag Race. This time we're traveling to the UK.
We are across the pond.
Yes, girl. In this week's episode, we have a Draglexa challenge. So, I mean...
Do we just think like topics in capitalism, products in capitalism, and
so
we
far
pick an item out of the hat and we make a musical around it?
So far, we've had Dragaton, we've had Draglexa. I'm waiting for maybe next week we'll get Dragiri, like the Siri musical.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Or
I'm worried.
Some kind of drag
Subscription
product
service,
of home appliances,
like Drag Box or something. I don't know.
Drag Box.
Yeah, it plays all your favorite drag shows. Like,
I guess
I
we
don't
already
know.
have the Love
Drag
and
Race
Oven.
UK 2 or
yeah, I don't know. It plays Charlie Hyde's lip sync on a loop for 10 hours.
Ouch.
Yes, I don't know, girl. But yes, we get into this episode. So this week, we start the show with a mini challenge where two queens, well, they actually get to pick their partner. And Scarlett is slighted because she picks Charity Case, and Charity's like, I'm going to go with Kitty.
Yeah, she's like, I thought we were supposed to be bitches. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was kind of shady a little bit. But also I think Scarlett just kind of just like grabbed and Charity was still looking around and then was like, then Kitty and Charity lock eyes and she's like, you, Anna, and you're you. Yep, you.
Uh-oh.
yeah, it was awkward. Very
It was
awkward.
awkward.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, girl. But this was really fun, the challenge. One person is, this is like the movie Best in Show, basically.
Oh my gosh, it was.
Yeah, one of the queens, they get into quick drag. One of the queens is the dog. One person is like the handler. And they have to do like, these little skits or whatever. It was really funny.
Oh yeah, you can tell Crystal and Scarlett were definitely having a good time. And we saw in the Talking Heads, Crystal's like, you just make Rue laugh. And they went for it, and it was working. So I think that they definitely stood out for me for that reason alone, because they were going for it, but didn't feel like it was like too much or the jokes weren't landing.
Right, yeah. And I have a feeling, too, that wasn't the first time Scarlett has been collared and led around on a leash. So I feel like there may have been some practice there.
We have some experience.
Yeah, there's some cheating going on.
Yeah, this is right, girl. So the mini challenge winners are Crystal and Scarlett. So then they become team captains and get to choose their teams. And it's two teams. And they are creating an advertisement for an in-home smart assistant called Draglexa.
Draglexa, make my cookies.
For real, girl. I guess one team kind of goes more with Draglexa is, I don't know, like encouraging them to poop. I don't know what the storyline was.
Yeah, it was.
It was like they were helping the person poop, and then
They're supposed to be like a motivational life
Yeah.
coach entity.
which is not really like, I don't know. They took it like, I feel like there's better ideas than what they came up with. Like,
Yeah, very that. I mean, I didn't understand the storyline. The acting, in the scenes, what we saw, the acting was good, but there was like no story, it felt like. And it was really confusing that the queens became Draglexa in different skits.
Yeah, I was telling Stoney that it would have made more sense if they had kind of like an infomercial type of overlay, like a voice overlay where it's like multiple voice settings, and then that would make more sense. But it just did not feel cohesive at all.
No.
I actually agreed with like Michelle. There should have just been like one Draglexa or something at least.
Yeah.
Like that way it would have made more sense, but there's just too much going on. Like
Go ahead.
I was very confused.
Yeah, because the whole like encouraging angle, like, okay, you're gonna like encourage me to get this shit out of my body and do whatever else, clean my house, I don't know. But yeah, there are just so many other ways we could have gone with this.
Yeah, but luckily the other group did have one Draglexa, which was voiced by Charity Case in a very low voice. I mean, they were both bad for sure, but
Was it Charity or
personally-
River?
Well, Charity was the voice
Okay.
of the Draglexa. I think
Got
was
it.
River might have been in the other group, maybe.
I think River was the other group.
Okay, sorry y'all, that was my fault.
But yes. Oh yeah, here. River was on this team. It was Crystal, River, Charity, and Vanity Milan.
Okay.
But Charity was the voice. I don't know. I don't think that either were really that great, but I got a couple laughs out of the second scene. So I was like, all right, maybe they could win if Rue had actually picked someone to win.
I mean, I can understand why no one was picked to win. They were like, I mean, I didn't laugh at like anything. I guess the second one, Vanity kind of said some things that cracked me up, so I thought that was funny. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, they were both kind of duds.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were just a little too chaotic, which, I mean...
Yeah, it's bad. Like, Rue's like, actually, there are no winners this week. You all fucking suck.
Yeah, she's like, what was that?
It's like acting's not their thing. Dancing's not their thing. I'm like trying to figure out what they're good at. Like Bianca said, what are you good at?
Well, they like to see the queens get creative, too. So for the judges and for Rue, it's a big letdown when they get something like this where it does feel like we keep using the word chaotic, and it's just all of these chefs in the kitchen, things bouncing off of each other and not quite landing the way they should, or at least the way they imagine them in their head. So maybe next time, girls, queens.
Yeah. And then on the runway, the theme is X-Penny Henny, expensive looking drag looks.
Ooh, I think my favorite of the night would have to be Kitty Scott Claus.
That was a good one.
It was like a bodysuit, but we got like a shoulder moment, and they like how the coins are placed and the chains were like dangling. It was very, very cute.
I did like that she did something different than what we're used to seeing from her, so I thought that was cool. But for me, my favorite definitely had to be River Midway. I just thought hers was like beautiful,
that was gorgeous.
and I love that she did it like as part of her like family culture and things like that.
Mhm.
And I also really also enjoyed Scarlet Harlots. I thought hers was really nice.
Yeah, I like the nod to Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada.
Yes. If only the suit and fur were like stoned or glittered out a little bit more, but I did enjoy this look quite a bit.
Yes, and I liked Charity's look too. Like, she was very bejeweled.
Yeah, I liked hers a lot too. I kind of agree with the judges. I wish she could have. I wanted to see her come out with just regular makeup just once so I could see what it looked like. I know that
She has come out with regular makeup on more than once.
like on the actual runway.
Yeah, she had that orange look.
Oh, the flapper.
Do you remember that
look.
one with the boa?
The flapper look.
Oh, I guess she did. Yeah.
And then in the one, what was it, the Dragaton one, she painted like pretty regular in Dragaton.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, that's my thing is, like, I guess, and I said this, like, in the beginning with hers, like, that's not my favorite, like, aesthetic is what she does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more like costumey and stuff. But yeah,
And probably runway alone.
I did like her look though. I thought it was really like pretty, like all the jewels and stuff.
Yeah. And then, of course, we get to the bottom two, and they just put Scarlet, Harlot, and Charity Case in the bottom two like we saw last week. It's kind of tired. I don't know. It was very predictable that they would be put in the bottom two again, and then they lip sync, and then, I guess we should talk about Scarlet's, well, okay, so, and basically... let's just talk about first that Scarlet was saved and Charity has gone home. I was very upset, not happy.
I mean, with Charity, we like to see queens like Charity on the show. And, I mean, we enjoy queens like Charity. But on these runways, I don't know. Like, the judges, they want to see this versatility. And we might get it in a look or two. But, like... I feel like she could have eventually come harder than like the flapper look or what she looks like in just a challenge. Like on the final runway, unfortunately, I don't think she was able to connect with the judges in time to get her to stay. I definitely appreciated what she was bringing, but part of me thinks Drag Race is not ready for it. And part of me thinks that maybe we still need a queen like that who can crack the code on that final runway each episode so they can take it to the end like season 4.
With how the queens voted, if that had anything to do with Charity going home this week, because
when they got that question,
when they kept saying she was like negative and that she was like killing the vibe, like I wonder if that had a sway in how things went this week.
Right, but we don't really ever see her being like that negative, so
That's
I'm like not sure what they're talking about.
Yeah, I was confused about that too, because I'm like, we haven't really seen her like that, so...
It just seemed like they had them say that just to give the judges a reason to kick her off the show. Because, I mean, there was also that challenge where they had to make their own outfit, and Charity was, painted not spooky ooky in that one either, on the runway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know, the judges don't like this kind of drag, so just maybe don't bring those queens on the show to, be some little puppet for you to,
Well, and that's what I mean. Like, there hasn't been a queen yet that's cracked the code, unfortunately.
Well, and they like to do this a lot, too. They'll bring somebody in, like a Jenny Lemon or somebody, and they're like, okay, well, you're weird, but now we want you to, dress like Crystal Versace or something. It's like, bitch, like that's not who Jenny Lemon is.
Evie Oddly did it.
Yeah.
Evie Oddly did it. And season 4 did it. That's all I'll say about that.
And that's the thing. If you are going to go on the show and you're going to be like the Charity or the Jenny Lemon, you have to be willing to play the game and like do the things that Rue wants you to do, which is basically look like everyone else.
Yeah. Just make yourself look as plain as possible.
Look like everyone else, but have your special sauce.
They want to know
still.
that you can do stuff like Charity, but then they want you to be like everyone else too.
You kind of have to blend, but then they want you to like dress it up with your sauce. Yeah, it's a mind fuck for sure.
It's annoying is what it is, and I'm still on board for kicking RuPaul and Michelle off the season or off the show. But then also too, I think we should briefly touch on Scarlett's temper tantrum meltdown in Untucked.
Queen was not having it at first. She needed a moment, and then she got her bearings and came back.
Yeah, she was like, I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, she definitely was pulling the like I'm not mad, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I don't have anything to say. I don't know. It was sort of like the Alaska All-Stars 2 moment a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely like
It was way milder than that because Alaska flipped her shit, but Scarlett was definitely like having a very like human moment. Like, I'm not fucking with y'all. I don't want to talk to anybody. Yes, I have something to say. Here's what I have to say.
But also, like, how is she going to be the winner of the show with like behavior like that?
Yeah, it's hard to bounce back from.
I mean,
and
Alaska won All Stars too, behaving like that. So,
Yeah, but
worse.
people actually like Alaska, so
boo! I like Scarlett.
I'm just
so-
kidding. Sorry, everyone. I'm kidding. The white twinks are great. It's fine.
You can cancel Seth at. I don't remember what his Twitter is anymore.
That's what you get, bitch. All right, so that was the Maxi Challenge and the runway, the elimination. Let's go ahead and get into the Fantasy League. What do you got for us this week, Stoney?
Am I winning yet?
No, none of you are winning.
Damn.
Stoney eliminated us, and he's winning now.
Okay, just
Green light.
kidding. I'm in last place with 60 points.
Woohoo!
Jamal's in second place with 150 points.
Oh.
And Seth is in first place with 215 points.
Yes, my lead is still there. Thank God.
Yeah.
I lost my second queen on my team. I'm not too happy about it, but
What if like River Medway makes like a comeback and I win the whole draft?
what if you shut your whore mouth?
River
You know,
Medway for the win.
you would deserve, Queen. You would deserve.
Let Stoney play the long game.
Yeah.
Let's see if that helps him.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's get into our last program. We are going to discuss We're Here on HBO. This is the second week, and we are in Temecula, California.
Temecula. Cali, a few
Yes.
hours outside of LA.
Yeah, it's sort of like between like LA and San Diego. It's out east a little bit, and we have a fun episode to watch. I thought this was a little bit more emotional than the first episode for me personally.
You know, I didn't shed as many tears. That doesn't mean that it didn't mean anything, but I did enjoy this episode.
I mean, I thought there was a lot going on, like just with, I don't know, the faith influencer and just
God.
the cheerleader too. What's his name? Andre, like his family just
Yeah.
not even showing up. And like they didn't
Right.
even get to film at his house because obviously his parents were like super homophobic.
Right. I don't know. Yeah. Can we talk about Jake, Brad, and Michelle first? Because this was the most entertaining one to me. Because at the beginning, like they anytime her son and his boyfriend would do anything gay, like they would pan to her and she would be like rolling her eyes.
I know. I'm just people like her. Like I don't even care how this sounds right now. People like her annoy me. Like at first, and I do tend to like judge a book by its cover because they tend to be this. They like to say that everything's fine and their community's welcoming and like, oh, I have a gay son. I don't think he's going to hell. But as long as you're not too gay, like there's always this
Right.
underlying conditions. And even this episode, I'm like, okay, great. She got her Instagram moment at the end of the performance and that's all she fucking needs for her congregation.
Well, and my
Right.
thing with her, like, she's clearly like the Trumper version of like being okay with being gay because like her in the beginning was like, oh, I think Temecula is great for like gay people. Like everyone loves
Yeah.
it here. And she was like, we're not really into labels. So like she's basically that bitch that's just like out here. There's nothing wrong with being gay. But then the moment somebody says like, oh, gay rights, she's like, what about all rights?
yeah.
Right. Very that. And then also too, like when she was talking about like when her son came out or whatever, she was like, she basically was like, I didn't want him to run to those dirty faggots. Like, you know, I'm his family.
Yeah,
And-
your home is here. She's like, what does being out mean? It's like, oh, girl.
She was very clear that the LGBT community was not his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Even
ahead.
when she was like, they were all like, I think rehearsing together, and Andre was kind of breaking down, talking about like his family not caring about him. And she's just like, they love you. I know that they do. And it's like, no, bitch. Like, you don't fucking know his family.
They're not here. And they're also not here. And are you speaking for yourself? Like, because that's how I read that scene. Like, is she vocalizing things that she's feeling in this moment? Like, is she trying to have like a moment of relatability with the mom and actually provide comfort? Or are you just spouting off, your motivational stuff because that's what you do? You influence, right?
Yeah. I think I think it was good for her to see that with Andre, and even for her son to finally open up about like things that she clearly he wasn't talking to her about, because she's the weird like sometimes I'm okay with being gay type mom. So I don't know. Andre was fun though. Like I was like, Andre really served that performance, because like girl, he was the best. That was the best one.
OG listeners know how I feel about Cheer, and this bitch needs to do drag, and that needs to be like her shtick, because she's got it. Okay.
That's what I told Jamal. Is like, I think Andre should actually be a drag queen and should go perform, because her and Shangela on that stage together were fucking serving.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing.
Both of them together was everything.
I mean, it's like, when do you see any of like the people that Shangela coaches able to keep up with her?
Right.
Yeah, and that's that like that's that Cheer background for you. Like, they can get the choreo down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, choreo, no problem. Flips, I'm there.
Casual standing back tuck and twist. It's cool.
Yes, girl. And then of course we have James. I like James. I thought James was really cute.
James was great energy. I think that there should be a lot more Jameses on this earth.
I love James.
Yeah.
Like, he had a lot of story to tell us. Just him being like neurodivergent and like just the way he grew up, like having like the single mom and stuff. Like, you can definitely tell that like, and Bob kind of said it, like they're very like dependent on each other, that type of thing. But I don't know, he had a really good story, and I just thought he was such a nice person. Like, you can tell like he really cares about other people. Like when they were all like practicing together, and he gave the pens to, I think it was Jake and Brad.
Yes.
Like, that was really nice.
That was a sweet moment.
Well, and like also too, when they were like going shopping for stuff, he was like, "Oh, like I'm gonna see if there's like something for my mom here."
Yeah.
Yeah, very cute, very thoughtful.
So I think that was really cute. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but they were also Jewish, because I saw lots of Star of David wrapping paper for like presents.
I did notice that as well.
Yeah.
So yes, I don't know. I loved James's story. He was just, I don't know. I thought he was like the shining beacon on this one for me personally, just because I really enjoyed the story, and I love that the mom is so supportive, and I kind of like their relationship. Like, clearly the mom is like a bit more conservative than James.
Oh yeah, and James is absolutely the glue between all of the cast members for this episode, especially like, sharing the pens and just being an overall support kind of energy, even though they're having the same experience. It's not the same experience.
And I just felt so bad for him too. Like, when he was talking about, he was like, it's really important for me to like have these pins on that say my pronouns so I don't get misgendered and all this. Like, and that's what like makes me so sad about like all these people that get so mad about like the pronouns and stuff. It's like, somebody like James is so important to them. Like, why can't you just fucking be nice, you dumb bitch? Like,
right.
I don't know.
And then also too, like James was really like identifying with this Dio character for the drag show. And this is like, we come to find out, like, I didn't know who this was, but we come to find out Dio's like a bad guy. And so then there was like the whole like concept of good and bad in the show too. And it's like, well, do you want to be like this bad guy Dio, or do you want to be like your own character and you can be good? And I thought it was cool. He like chose to be the good person, like,
yeah.
And I think, maybe that has to deal with like the bullying and stuff like that he thinks he's like the bad guy, but he's really not.
Right. And we did hear him say that earlier in the episode. Like, eventually you just start to think, well, am I the bad one? And that's absolutely right. You can sometimes you just have to be the example, especially if you're in a place where you don't see other people like you, and that's scary and a lot to take on, but sometimes the example has to be you.
Definitely. And I love the performance. I think James's character was very much like David Bowie-esque, very glam rock.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I don't know. I don't think James is a dancer, but I thought the performance was good.
Definitely not a dancer, but it's not about what Shangela and her partner can do.
Like, definitely would be able to keep up with on par of the rest of the queens with the Canada Rusical. Like, definitely James can dance that well.
Everyone has everyone
could
has
dance
their
with the
own
UK
batch
people
of
too, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, James. I feel like James could pick up the choreography.
Everyone has their own batch of talents.
Yes, girl. Oh my gosh, well, we've made it through our week of drag. We hope you enjoyed all of our shows, or all of our discussions, I guess I should say. They're not my shows yet.
I know we got through all of them. I hope you guys are getting adjusted, you all listeners, to the new format. And just kind of as we start to sprinkle in shows here, this is what it's going to start to feel like. So again, let us know in the comments and let us know.
Yes, girls. We had fun. We'll have actually 2 episodes for you next week because we will have our
Are you going to do
fourth
trade?
Oh, yeah. Trade. We should talk about trade. Jamal.
I have trade this week. It was my job.
Trade. Yes, Jamal, let's hear about your trade. I don't want to what is that word? I value your trade pick is what I should say.
It's funny, this picture I'm looking at, because their underwear says trade across their ass.
Wow.
Ooh. Call it like you see it, girl.
It's a repeat trade, y'all, but for old time's sake and for OnlyFans enjoyment. Sasha Bell, previously known as Sasha Bell, I should say, they now go by Frisbee Jenkins.
Is that his real name, or is that like a different character?
I have no idea, actually. I still call them Sasha Bell because that's what all of their handles say.
Well, if you change the handle, then she'll lose her verified.
Oh, that's what that is. Well, the OnlyFans says Sasha Bell, too.
Okay. Maybe that's how she gets people in. I don't know.
I'm still calling her Sasha Bell, so bye.
Yeah. But anyway, she's got the whole like Midwest corn-fed thick white boy vibes going on. So go check out not only their Instagram and Twitter. I think it's Sasha XXL on Twitter now. Get into the gig. And their OnlyFans content is pretty great. They don't post very often, but it's definitely spicy.
It's just the right amount of spice.
Just the right amount, and all the cakes you can enjoy.
Ooh, cakes for everybody.
And accessories, lots of funderwear.
Ooh, I like some funderwear, or none at all, actually.
Yes, but also overall just very handsome person as well.
Yes, girl. Well, now that we've fully respected Jamal's trade pick, I feel like we're at a good point in the show to end it.
Yes.
I very much value Jamal's opinions and trade picks, so I don't want there to be any confusion.
No, remember, listeners, so you all have the opportunity to join in for trade as well. So we are implementing trade. Every week, one of us will have a trade to share. And the 4th week of the month, if there is one, however math and calendars work, you could submit one.
Yeah, so start sending them in.
DM us, tweet
Nice.
us. At them so that the trade listens to our show. You know the drill.
Yeah. All that, yeah. Because if you don't pick a trade, there's just going to be a week without trade, and that's sad.
I know, it's like not eating at all.
Whoa.
Whoa.
But thank you in
Oh
advance
my gosh.
for real, listeners.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you for real. We'll be back next week with a brand new show for you discussing all of the drag. But until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye.